a penny farthing.
Meet Centenarian Ellen Miller. She's 105 years old, but she still sings and plays her tambourine and even does a little writing. She spent several years sailing on her father's boat between Jamaica and the Cayman Islands before returning to settle in the town of her birth.
I live Bacharach and call the place Bacharach.
Mrs. Miller speaks fondly about some of the things she used to do while growing up.
Catch cockapilot. I get the bed trade. The time I get here penny, really rich trade. And I get a here penny and a big trade. And we go and I go fishing, like fishing. And farden needle, needle. And I buy pin and make hook and catch cockapilot.
Cockapilot is a fish.
Yeah?
Cockapilot is a fish.
It's fish, yes, in a rock, yeah, you know, rock.
She was a bit of a troublemaker in school, and she tells us how she escaped punishment one day.
And mother will insist me I go to school and get the beating. And she didn't have no money to give me the book. And I wouldn't go. And come and she beat me, and I stood up and take it because she was there. And I stood up and take it because believe her. And when this is, she just go like me a cow. I take me, you see, and left me in the same place in the school. And put myself. And when they send the boy, them she come hold me. And I'm going. I put myself at the pump. Lucy pump, school pump. Heart is a little hand. And if they do so, I take off their hand clean for heart me good as honey. And I take not one could have carried me in there.
Although Mrs. Miller is now unable to attend church due to ill health, she was a very active member in years gone by.
Walk and keep beating all in a shambri. Sablama, all in the man. All go up on board. My cousin was making a boat there, Dixon. And making the boat. And I get on the boat. And never I think I've tell the truth, I never think of a mother. No mother there. And my life, just a boat life.
Her children and grandchildren also have fond memories of her.
My mother, she worked by the clinic, out by Neville Clinic, where they have the arcade now. And she always worked there, and then she worked at school.
Most thing I like to hear she talk about is when she in Caymans. When she in Caymans, then she said she go to bush and she go out at Bluff. And she would be out there, and then she watched the sea going under the rock and the big shark and things like that. And she said she always watch and come inside. And then she said when her father died, and she was with her brother, and they had to take a boat from here to Caymans. She said her brother would tired and put her around the wheel, and then she would stay there. And then she would stay there, and sometimes the ship would like it going out of position. Then he would come up from deck and take it and say, "Oh Ellen, you miss man."
I had to go to the bushes to look mango, and from the mango tree, from the bush, then she would put the mango and ackee and guinea into a tray. Make a cutter, give it to me, put it on my head, and away up to Alfred. I would have to take mango, guinea, and ackee. Then they would give me like breadfruit, fish, and coconut straight back to her. And she always boil coconut oil and sell, and I have to sit up with her, hold the tilly lamp, or what you would say kitchen bitch, for she to grate the coconut and squeeze it and set it up. Then when she would set it up like today, she would boil it tomorrow night. And I had to stay in the kitchen with her.
Mommy was very strict, very strict. Surprising to see how at least these children, they are different in a way. If we go, I can remember one instant, and it happened here in Nigri while we were going to school. A friend of ours, she wore a dress to school. It was tall, and we always coming home, and as children, the bigger boys, they were laughing at her with her tall clothes, calling her long dress. And we were there, we didn't want to say anything, because if we say anything, we're going to get beaten from mommy if they complain. But my sister just laughed, and eventually she came up and told her mother that my sister was laughing at her long dress. And my grandmother didn't ask to find out what happened. She took her out the road and she beat her. I cannot remember. I can't forget that. It's just like really in my mind.
Well, the first thing I remember about going to church, she would always joke us to look about ourselves, get ready in time, get our little offering, in my hands with my other two sisters in going to church. And then as we reach in church, she's always right behind us to make certain we are inside. She always liked to make certain that we are in the front and she's behind where she can see every move we make. And as we open our mouth to talk, she would come like this. And she opened up, pull out her eyes on us.
I need a penny farthing.
Reporting for Rural Connection, I'm Julia Smiley.
Farthing.